All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. It's Pastor Dowell here. I'm coming back at you again with another video, a hopefully informative video, um, to try to be able to help us in these trying times, because the one thing is for sure that we all know that if a politician's mouth is moving, they are lying to us. Do you remember some time ago I told you that America can't produce anything? I'm talking about the federal government or the government on its own. It can only take. And of course, that's what we're seeing too. And we're watching the lies just overtake one another on a grand scale. My question to you is this: are you doing what they don't want you to do, or what they don't expect for you to do? You see, the sole purpose of me making these videos right here is to inform you. And then, of course, it's solely up to you. You know, it's your choice, your decision. You can do what you want in life. You have one life to live. Hope you make the sound choices. Hope you have the wisdom. Hope you take the right advice that's going to apply for you or to you. The reason why I do these videos and stuff is because I know that a lot of people out there simply just do not have the mindset to articulate the things that we really truly need to hear today in this time and hour that we're in order to benefit us as a people. Most people say that they care, but you really truly look at it, they really truly don't care. None whatsoever. I'll give you an example, all right? If you look at our standard of living, think about this for a second. I don't care if you get a pay raise. I don't care if you get a bonus at the end of the year on your job, if you're even working at all. I don't care what it is. No matter what it seems like that you're obtaining, no matter it seems like what you're getting, inflation and the cost of inflation that's running rampant and wild is literally eating your substance right out from under you. I mean, if you go out here, and I'm just going to use some simple figures. Shoot, if you go out and you get $100 raise within a month, you already done lost that $100 plus more at the gas pump. You can't take money and invest it in these institutions. Have you tried to go to the bank lately and see what the interest rates that they want to give you for using your money? I mean, think about this for a second. They got this thing called fractional reserve banking, right? So if you put $100 into the bank, they can loan up to 10 times that amount based on the deposits that's put in the bank. And when they loan it out somewhere between 4 and 8% interest rate to the people who are applying for the loan. But then when you go to the bank and you look at money that you would try to invest, CDs, stock, bonds, mutual funds, whatever you want to call it, let's just say CDs for the banks, right? You get a dismal 0.1, 0.2, if that much nowadays. I don't even know if it's 0.5 or nothing like that. And that's the type of return they want you to get on your investment, when you can actually go down here and get a bag and some gloves and pick up cans and bottles on the street and go to recycling company and get more money that way than actually investing in this particular, I call it the beast system, right? Listen, these people don't care about us whatsoever at all, so we have to make our own moves. We have to start having hard conversations between ourselves. We have to start doing and try to motivate as many people as we can to at least get up off the couch, become proactive, and do the things that are necessary that's going to benefit them. Let me give you an example. All right, you see Joe Biden getting up here grandstanding the stage plays, and all that he wants with these spooky speeches that he does, and this inflection of these voices and stuff, as if it's going to change people's mind or motivate them. This man has done lost the country, lost America. He lied campaigning, he lied and has been lying throughout the whole entire administration. He's abandoned Americans and left them over in a third world country in a war-torn zone to be abandoned. And we can go on and on and on. Have you been to the gas pump lately? That really just gets more, that just gets anybody. Have you seen the cost of food? Have you even seen food on the shelves? This is what you can expect. So now, in this so-called infrastructure plan, I want y'all to listen to me on this. You think about this for a second. You got the Democrats that control the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and they still can't get nothing done. Even with the majority of the votes, they still cannot get nothing done on his infrastructure plan. Do you know the reason why? Because they keep talking about this Green New Deal. Well, I tell you what, the Green New Deal just got finished getting a lot of people. You know, Biden administration took a lot of jobs from people in Virginia, the coal mines, took a lot of jobs from people on the pipeline. Now they've already done shut down nickel producing and copper producing in Minnesota. In other words, they're destroying all the blue collar jobs. Getting up in front of the camera telling you that we want to tax the living hell out of the rich, and the rich is not the one who's getting taxed. We are. We're getting it. We're feeling it. So what do we need to do? You know, if I said it once or said it 1,000 times, these are the real solutions. It's just time. You have to, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a position like a lot of people. You either do what they tell you or you're going to lose your job. It's no longer your body and your choice. If you don't do what they tell you to do with your body, you're going to lose your livelihood. So you have to get into, and you should have been in for a long time, self-preservation mode. What does that mean? That means, and I'm going to echo things I've been talking about for 20-something years. That means you should try to go out and buy a small piece of property, learn how to live simple, extremely simple. Don't depend on this system, because the only way that this system can stay afloat if you go out and buy on credit and you stay in debt. That's the only way this system is staying afloat. If you want to starve this system, you want to starve this beast system, and you want to teach them a lesson, one by one, have these hard conversations. One by one, start making moves. One by one, family by family, mutual assist, to start helping out each other who have the same mind. And mind you, there's a lot of people that are in lockstep with this world, no matter what they say. If the news media put it out, they believe it, they're going to do it, and they're going to continue to keep on over and over and over again, repeating the same thing again and again and again and again and again and again and again. They're going to parade out experts in front of you to tell you what you ought to think and what you ought to do. Never once they want you to use independent thinking. Never once they want you to use self-autonomy. They don't want you to do what they're afraid of what you should be doing, which is living life without them. So if you learn how to live simple, you learn how to live simple, you go back to the things of yesterday years. You know what I mean? Instead of going out here buying stuff on credit to where you can't pay it off within a couple of months, learn how to be content with the things that you have. If you have something that, you know, you got a spirit in you says, well, this is getting old, I need to get something else. Listen, try to fix up what you have, make it stretch even longer. And again, whatever you do, don't go out here and pay off and buy off into this system. Just don't do it. Spending unnecessarily would put you and your family and everybody else in a poorhouse. And of course, if you know anything about some of the prepper stuff that I talk about, some people actually truly believe that when you are storing food while you're prepping and you're doing all these things, that you're doing all that for them. Now, I think it's the heightened sense of selfishness, but they really truly believe that you're doing all that for them. That's the reason why when you do it, you need to do it privately, because they're family members and they're associates, colleagues, neighbors. They believe that whatever you, mind you, you're being very proactive, you're being very intelligent, you're storing up food, you're storing up clean water, you're learning how to grow your own food, you're doing all these things that people no longer are interested in. And they think that you exist and live in order to provide their livelihood when they would not have the courage or the heart to make moves. You think about this today. The air we breathe is making us sick. The food we eat is making us sick. I mean, everything that's going on today, there's nothing that's actually trying to do anything to make sure that we stay healthy, wealthy, or wise. In any way, shape, fashion, or form, listen. Our standard of living is declining at an unprecedented level. And they're not going to tell you how to stop it. They're not going to tell you how to stop the bleeding. I'm here trying to do my best to teach you how to stop the bleeding, at least in some small way. All right? Invest in yourself. Forget about this country. This country don't care about you. If you have not watched the news lately, watch it again. And listen, don't follow news so much so to the point that they keep you abreast of what's going on right now, because as soon as the story die down, they move over. They move on. They go on to the next one. And then they try to keep your mind away from the real issues that are pressing in your life that's going to affect you. I'll give you an example. Again, I'm at another place where somebody asked me, man, let me ask you a question, man. I've got some family members, man, and they're thinking about going into the military. What saith you? Wow. And if you really want to know all what I say, consider coming over to my channel, my other channel, becoming a patron. I usually leave the description link down below. If it's not here, it's over on the other side. And also, take this video right here and give it to someone who you may have been trying to talk to. Maybe, they need two witnesses. That maybe they're just not hearing your voice. And then all of a sudden, another voice comes along. I say something, and then it opens their understanding. And then all of a sudden they're like, wow. And it seems like, believe me, they're going to act like that they knew this all along. It came to them. And a lot of people have this uncanny ability to do this today. They follow people who have wisdom, knowledge, and understand it. Then they apply it to their lives. And then they're going to take all the glory as if they are the originators of that, all of that, and the sum of all that wisdom. Don't let that trouble you at all. Just continue to keep pressing on and stuff. But we're living in a world today where people do not want to have constructive conversations. And let me give you something else that's really, truly becoming a serious problem in this country. I'm sure everybody knows about this Loudoun County transgender. This was a boy that identifies as a girl, goes into this girl's bathroom, allegedly his girlfriend, and assaults her. And then the dad at the school board meeting, he ends up getting arrested because he's just tired of the mess. And I'm going to say to all of y'all again, and then only that, this is the answer of this Democratic administration. Move the transgender to another school, and it ended up assaulting another person, another girl there. And this goes on all over the place. And of course, the way that you and I won't tell you anything that I haven't already done myself. The way that you combat all this is you pull your people out of public food system. Pull your children out of public food system. But in order to do that, again, you've got to make hard choices and hard decisions. Most people say, well, we can't live on one income. No, there's a lot of things, believe you me, that you can do that given the right circumstances, you would do it. But I'm asking today, why wait for certain circumstances to come along? For instance, why wait for a hurricane to come along before you decide to get up out of the city, and then it comes and levels your house, your livelihood, takes all the substance and everything you got? Why wait for that? Why not just make the moves right now and prepare and be smart? So when the hurricane does come, and it will come, it's not a matter if, it's a matter when, you are prepared. And you're not like the 99% of the people, 99% of the sheeple that are out there in the world is always dependent on government hands out, government subsidiaries in order to provide their livelihood, to make all the decisions for them and everything. No. You started doing what Americans used to do, pioneers used to do many years ago. You used your own mind. You never stopped thinking. That's what they're hoping that you do, that you be 100% totally dependent upon them for everything. And whatever you do, don't exercise thinking. Just stay glued to that one-eyed monster called a TV and believe whatever we tell you, and we cram down your throat. No. There's an old saying going, don't tell me that it's raining outside and you pissing on my leg, because that's exactly what's going on. So start making cuts. Start saving money, cash, gold, silver, whatever you can. Put the least amount of money as you can into this system as you can, And don't wait on it to do anything for you, because it's not. Because remember, every single time that they do some type of stimulus thing, they're kicking a can down the road, and they're saddling that debt up to your children's, 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 children. And of course, you and I are probably going to be gone. They're going to be feeling it. And mind you, it's a wise person. It's a wise person. It's a wise man. It's a wise woman that refuses to live their whole entire life for today, here and now, and the pleasure of it, and not prepare for the seed that's coming after them. I mean, not only do you have to prepare them, you've got to educate them. And if you let them sit up in front of that TV, you let them continue to keep going these public food systems, they call public school systems. Yeah, they're schooling you, all right. Can you imagine the type of minds that they would have? And if you are a responsible person and you are trying to do something to make way and lead way to prepare the next generation, the children of the world are wiser than the children of light. These people are going to end up psyching these people out and taking all of your hard-earned labor and all your substance, and they're going to trade it for foolishness and frivolity and a bowl of porridge. So you've got to become educated yourself and informed in order to teach others how to become informed. And then here's the last thing that you can't get Americans to do, and it is systemic all the way across the board. You can get them to go out here and slave in employment on a job for somebody else, but you can't get them to do a damn thing for themselves. They always want somebody else to do it. They won't do a damn thing for themselves. That's an old wise saying, and it's been in there for a long, long time. Been in the word a long, long time. Blessed are not the hearers of the word, but the doers. There's a dynamic. And not only that, you need to learn how to listen to those who claim to be givers of information. If they're not doers and they want you to hear what they've got to say, you better peer into their lives, and you better peer real good so you can make sound choices and decisions, because when it comes time to make the hard choices and the hard decisions, when tribulation and trial comes, feast or famine is hitting you, they're not going to have the wisdom to be able to guide you up out of it because of the lack of experience of doing. Hope it says something to stimulate thought. Consider joining my channel, my Patreon channel. Come check us out. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.